All right, guys, brand new podcast, HD podcast. The three of us, myself, Damon, we've got Derry, we've got Harmony. We decided to make a podcast. Why did we decide to make a podcast? I don't know. We're a bit mad like that, but we're here now. Yeah. We've planned it for quite a while, but let's get it underway. I mean, the first episode, guys. I think I said to you before that I think it's about getting to know us three as people first, and you get a little bit of an inkling of what this podcast is about just by the first podcast. And I think getting to know us as people, getting to know us backgrounds, getting to know us maybe childhood. I think it's the best way to get to know someone and how they were brought up and how they live their lives and stuff. So I'm excited, guys. I'm on YouTube, but I'm gassed for this. I'm gassed for this.
Yeah, man, absolutely buzzing. I mean, we all come from different places, different parts of the world, but we've all come up pretty much in the same type of way, the same hustle, trying to succeed, and and get to places where we never thought we would ever get to. So yeah, man, I'm excited, and welcome to everyone who's watching.
We will be on YouTube and all the audio devices, audio apps such as Spotify, Amazon. Please, if you are, obviously you will be new to this podcast, but please subscribe. Please give us 5 stars if we're on those audio apps. But let's get the episode underway. So getting to know us as first and foremost, our childhoods. Obviously, we can see that we come from different backgrounds. Harmony, you came from a different country from the start. From all the way from Africa into a different continent. I mean, that alone is a huge step in it from your family and stuff.
Yeah, no, it was a journey. I can't lie, it was a journey. Coming to this country really young, especially not knowing the language as well. Like you're coming to this whole new environment, different to where you kind of been brought up and kind of used to, with acclimatizing with the weather as well. I think that's one of the biggest challenges I had was acclimatizing to the weather. Coming from Congo, like you're in the sun every day. You know what
I mean? I'm acclimatizing to the weather every single day, mate. I'm still acclimatizing to it.
So you're literally in the sun every day, like you know what I mean. And you come into this country thinking like, oh yes, the sun's gonna be there. You just get hit by that wind.
Your eyebrows come off.
Yeah, trust me, like you know what I mean. So. Nah, it was a bad journey for me.
What was it like? What was it like seeing a cloud?
That's a bit. Yeah, you're taking a piss.
Looking at the sky. What's that? Like some sort of UFO?
No. I'm so done. We do have clouds in Congo, Oh my gosh! Hey, that's funny. It was interesting. There were different color clouds still. The clouds were different from in Congo than here, you know what I mean?
It was just gap on it.
Yeah, I'm joking. It was just different, man. It was different. I actually got stopped at the airport, like literally, because the people that I came with, so I didn't come by myself. I came with like 2 other women in it. So as we go off the plane now, they left me in the airport by myself to do check-ins and everything. So what the process was they were meant to take me, do the whole check-in and everything like that, and take me to my dad, and then they can go. But these women, they got to the airport, they saw the opportunity and just dashed and left me with myself. So I was literally there at the airport with my papers and everything and my suitcase, not knowing what I'm doing. I can't read the signs or anything. I'm just literally just following people. Luckily, I had that old head on me that I could kind of realize, okay, I need to go here, I need to do this, I need to do that. So,
when you say, sorry, Harmony, when you say, when you say you came with these 2 people. You knew them.
Yeah. So basically, what it was when I was traveling, So I came to this country.
There's a deeper story to this, isn't there? There's a little bit of a deeper
story to it, but it's a bit long to get into right now. But I'm sure we'll have a little story time in the future where we can kind of go into depth and everything, and then you'll probably have a laugh in it. But still, So what it was, I came with these people. I was traveling with these 2 women. So because I was originally meant to come with my parents, but obviously they went before me. So because I couldn't travel by myself, I had to come with other 3 women. So they knew who they was. So we were all traveling together. And basically they had an arrangement, obviously, like I said in the beginning, to drop me off to my dad, and then they can go and to their family because I was the youngest one. But obviously, like I said, they left me. They left me at the airport. Literally, like I had to find the check-in by myself and everything. And I got to I just remember going to the desk and giving my paperwork. I'm thinking, I just give my paperwork, they let me go through. I'm seeing everyone just walking through. The woman was like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "What?" Because obviously I didn't know the language, innit? So I'm literally just standing there looking at this woman talking to me. And it was just mad. It was literally just mad. Literally, imagine a young 7-year-old kid like standing in front of you like this, and you're talking to him, and he's not saying nothing. He's just there looking.
I mean, that first time you saw a clown must have fucking threw you mad.
Yeah, so, it was mad because I was like, "What?"
You're saying they dashed, right?
Yeah.
Do you still have contact with them? Like,
hell no. Oh hell no, no.
Okay, so when you say they dashed, they literally
went. Yeah, they literally went. I didn't. I till this day, I don't know where they went. I don't know where they are. I don't know. Like they could have got deported or something. I wouldn't know. Yeah. So it was
they
just
really
mad. It was
took
my
an
journey.
opportunity to just get out.
Yeah, literally. Like I don't know what they were thinking, but in their mind was, okay, we done our job. You're here in this country. Bye now. We're gone. You know what I mean? So it was like, yeah. So it was my journey for me, man. Coming to this country, it was a bit of my journey for me still. Can't lie.
That's crazy still. I can't lie. I don't know what I would have done if at 7 years old. Boy, yeah.
Listen, I had that streetwise in me, man, to just follow the crowd and just try just basically do what everyone else would do. You know what I mean?
And you realise that you were supposed to be going to America. You went to the wrong fucking site.
I knew that.
Flight. It's like Home Alone, isn't it? It's like Home Alone, isn't
it? Nah, you know what? Oh my days! Nah, I knew I was in the right country. That's the baddest thing is I knew I was in the right country because I could see my dad on the other side of the check-in booth waiting for me. So I could see him, but obviously I couldn't get to him because the lady must have called security because she sees a young kid. No one else is there with him. They don't know who's coming to pick him up. They just see a young kid with luggage and paperwork. So obviously they called security on me and they took me into the into those holding places where they obviously ask you questions. And because I couldn't understand English, I spoke a bit of French, so they were like, "Okay, we need to get a French-speaking person in there." So that's how I kind of got out of the whole holding and got to my dad. So yeah.
So how's your French now?
Nah, I can't lie to you. I can't even tell you. I know simple words like bonjour, je m'appelle,
it gets like that.
It gets like that. Literally, the English just took over, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
The English just took over. Yeah. But no, I had an interesting childhood. Let's put it like that. It was an interesting childhood coming to this country, man.
I got left in Asda once. And I fucking cried me. I mean, I don't know how. And that was about the same age. So I think that alone sums up.
Oh my days!
I think that sums up the cultures that we come from. Like you've been left at an airport, and I've been left in Asda. Stretching around, screaming my head off, looking for my mum.
At the same, we've all had pretty much what? So was you 7, Damon?
About that, I think about that. Yeah, about that. Yeah.
So we've all had pretty much traumatic moments because I remember when I was 7 years old, and I think it was Tamagotchis. They were flowing.
Oh yeah.
And my auntie took me and my older brother to go and get Tamagotchis. But I didn't know she was only going to get him a Tamagotchi and not me in it. Because I don't know, I think I was not old enough to have one or something like that. That was the reason. And so I stormed off. I was vexed. I was just walking, I thought I know my way home, so I'm just going to go and just leave you lot to do what you're doing. Next thing I know, I'm on the floor, bruv. My eyes are open. I'm looking at the sky and I'm just seeing.
Is that a cloud? Is that a cloud?
Bro, I saw a cloud and I see loads of people just looking at me. And I'm just like, what? Whoa.
Wait, did you pass out?
Bro, I got knocked over by a car.
Swear down.
Yeah. Got knocked over.
I didn't think that time would come in there. Then
Yeah, it was so mad. I didn't even feel the thing happen. Until this day, I don't even know what happened. All I see is the car right next to me. I remember some red Ford, and this Nigerian woman was just standing to the side. She's crying out her eyes, and then they put a neck brace on, took me to the hospital. And I just remember asking for Snickers. I was fine. I didn't have I wasn't like mashed up in no way. I was completely fine. I just remember my aunt being so angry and scared at the same time because she has to go and tell her sister that her son's been knocked over and he's only 7 and he's in the hospital. So I was just enjoying the moment that I could get all these little presents and stuff. But at the same time, it was very, very, very scary. I would never forget that day. And yeah, like I said, we've all had like pretty traumatic moments at the age of 7. It's crazy.
Nah, your traumatic moment sounds a bit mad still, I can't lie.
I don't think I could compare.
Yeah, nah, you got lost in Asda. You tried to compare getting lost in the airport, bro.
I don't think I could compare.
Do you know what it is? It's because those moments that you both had, I can imagine how scary it was for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I would imagine that I had the same amount of fear just as I opened my eyes, just to think, why am I on the floor? Why are these people looking at me? Because I didn't feel the pain. I just felt like shocked and scared that people are just looking at me, and I'm on the floor. Like it must have been an embarrassing fall. That's what I'm thinking. But I only found out that I got hit by a car when I got to the hospital. Well, when I was in the ambulance, they were like, "You need to relax," because I wanted to move. I didn't want to get in the ambulance. They were like, "You need to relax. You've been hit by a car," and I was just like, "Yo, okay." And then life went on.
Boy, you see that part there? You get hit. I actually got hit by a car twice when I was younger.
Oh, swear down.
One was in Congo, and one was here. But here I got hit by a bus. Yeah, I got hit by a bus in this country. So it was bad. It was because you know what? I had a bad childhood. I got hit by a bus and I got hit by a car in Congo. So the Congo one was I can't lie.
I was gonna say the Congo one must have been mad.
Bro, I was so young. So I was playing football on the road, didn't it? Because in Congo, it's not like this country. You're outside, you can be playing football, wherever, yeah? So my boy kicks the ball into the road, didn't it? So I'm running to get the ball. I pick up the ball. I dash the ball back at them. I literally turn around for 2 seconds, yeah? I see a car coming towards me, innit? So I'm literally... Anybody will be saying there saying, bro, move out of the way. Why are you still standing there? But bro, I promise you, I was literally frozen on the spot like this. Just looking at the car coming here. Next thing I knew, bro, my eyes were open. I can just see the bottom of the car. That was it. That's all I remember, bro. That's literally all I remember. Then you just waking up there, opening my eyes, and I see the bottom of the car like this. And I see bare people around me like, get out. And I'm literally just like this the whole time, not moving, bro. I was like, nah. Every time I think back, I'm thinking, why didn't I move? Like, why did I just stand there? And let the car hit me. I'm just literally there, like, bro, it was bad. Yeah, it was bad.
You know why that's so funny? I know that frozen feeling, fam. Do you know, bro, at this age, yeah, that has happened to me at least 10 times where I think a car's coming.
So yeah, my childhood, apart from getting lost in Asda, that's about as traumatic as I get it for me. I don't know. My parents, right, both still together, not got married, but they've been engaged for like longer than they've had me. But I don't think they've ever seen point in getting married because they've been together anyway. So, but yeah, they're good role models for me to look up to and me to have a good family and stuff like that. But regarding my childhood and stuff, it's just been a normal upbringing for me. I think it's just been hard work with my parents. So like we're not from a rich background. We're from like working class, proper grafting. My mum and dad have like 4 or 5 jobs on the go throughout the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So I think I've just learned how to proper graft our work. I don't know about you guys. I know like African culture and like Jamaican culture and stuff. It's like that strict get down and get grind. I think I've got that same sort of thing at my house. Like it's just been I think my mum's more strict than my dad. My dad's, I think he was a bit of a pushover when I was younger, but it's turned a little bit more stricter now, and it's nice to see him being a granddad and stuff. But yeah, it's just been a normal childhood. I think apart from when I got to high school, when things changed, like for me personally, where I got bullied and stuff through high school, that's a different. We'll go into that in a different sort of episode. But other than that, junior school, I fucking love junior school. Like the reason why I work in school now is because I love that junior school age. I love being in junior school. I'm good at sports. I'm good at other things. So that junior school age was just perfect because it just suited that sort of person I was. But when it got to high school, it's like too much in it. It's a complete different background. I mean, I don't know about you guys. But how did you enjoy junior school? What was junior school like for you two?
I mean, football was just like number one all day long. I went to a few different schools. Obviously, because where I grew up, you have to just, be. I'm not going to say I was a bully, but in this context, you have to be the bully rather than be the victim, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So you always have to be on a certain. You just have to have your wits about you. Always be aware and be streetwise, like Harmony said. And luckily, I've grown up to know a lot of things about the roads and the streets because I grew up in it, and I was I wouldn't say, like I said, I wouldn't say I was a bully, but I definitely protected myself when I was growing up, and getting into sports was pretty much an escape from the streets a little bit because all the ballers were street man anyway.
Yeah.
So you would get into it either way. If it was at football, at school, or on the streets. Back in the day, you would get into it because everyone played football. Everyone loved football. And your choice was now stick to it or go the other way. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I tried to do a little bit of both and play football more than I would be in the streets. However, the streets will always be calling me to indulge in crazy shit, and it doesn't help when everyone that everyone that you grow up around, just seem to gravitate towards the streets because that's all they know, and that's some of them, that's all they love. That's their family and stuff like that. So when things go left, you got to protect your family. You got to protect the people that you grew up with. Anything other than that comes across like you're not family. You're a snake, or you're just someone that we can't really fuck with anymore. And I can understand that thought process when you've only been raised by the streets because you don't know any better. Do you know what I mean? I was lucky to have very strict parents, because if they wasn't, I don't even think I'd be here today. Do you know what I mean? And that's for a lot of people out there that went through what I went through anyway. I don't think many went through what I went through, but there are people that have gone through that or worse. And
at home then, like strictness. So you say strictness, like punishments and stuff. What did you have to do? Was it like?
Oh mate,
what was it like?
It's crazy that my parents are the people who they are right now because my dad is so cool, so calm. My mum
Yeah.
looks like she would never hurt a fly, bro. But my mum and dad used to whoop the hell out of me, bro. My dad the most. My dad would use anything that was close, anything within his oh my god, permit.
What are you actually trying to say?
His perimeter.
Okay.
Oh my god. Anything around his perimeter, he would just use it, bruv. And for me, now I look at it and I start laughing. But back in the day, when my dad had all the energy, bruv, my dad was like touching 40. I was just getting it, bruv. For everything. My dad would use a belt. He would use a coat hanger. He would use a shoe.
That's what you use for your Wi-Fi now, isn't it? Coat hanger. Is that why you keep it?
Do you know what? I knew you was going to say that as soon as I said. But yeah, my dad would use everything, for me and my brother especially. And to be honest, yeah, it got to the point where I was feeling it. It hurt, but it was like, it can't even get worse than that, bro. So
yeah, you got used to
I'll
it.
hold
Yeah.
You get me? So I'd get into fights. Don't get it twisted. I was more scared of other people than my own dad. Do you get what I mean? It was weird. And but that fear made me more like aware, and I fell in love with boxing, bro.
Yeah.
That's how sports, like a lot of the streets, get you into sports. And yeah, just the idea, the science of boxing, it comes with fear. You don't want to get hit. Do you know what I mean? So you start to use your mind and your sense and your common sense. And yeah, man, my parents shaped me into, I'd say, a more polished human being than I was before.
Nah, I feel that one, man. Like, I could kind of relate with a lot of what you're saying in terms of like growing up. Because I grew up mainly in North London, innit? And like, anybody knows North London is not really a nice place to grow up in. You know, it's rough. You got different areas and different like boroughs and different, people fighting each other, literally a couple minutes away from each other. Like, you know what I mean? So
Facts.
growing up in that type of environment, it kind of makes you grow up quicker than what you actually want to, you really wanted to. You get to experience a lot of things that you probably wouldn't want your kids to experience at this point. You know what I mean? Because you're literally I grew up like, I went to a school where we had different gangs in that school. But in the school, everybody was cool with each other.
Yeah.
But outside the school was like, okay, now we're into it because I'm with my brethren, you're with your brethren now. But in school, it was like a no-go zone. It was almost like everyone was cool a little bit when I was going there. And I remember the one time, I used to live in Enfield at this point, but my boys, a couple of like year 8 boys, they were all from Tottenham, some of them from Edmonton and everything like that. But because obviously Edmonton, Tottenham had their beef, they used to have a play fight outside school. There used to be like a little underpath that everyone used to go to fight. If something was going to happen, it was going to happen in that underpath. Just so if you knew there was a beef going on after school, just straight to the underpath because everyone's going to be there waiting, isn't it? So yeah, like there used to be fights. These used to punch each other, grab each other's ties and shit like that outside school. But I couldn't join in because I'm not from the area. I'm from Enfield. You know what I mean? These men are from Tottenham. These men are from Edmonton. So it was kind of like I couldn't get. I could actually just stand there and just watch. You know what I mean? I couldn't do nothing because it was like a cold. You just knew in your head you're not from the area. Do not get involved. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. Regardless if your brethren is fighting or whatever, you can't get involved. Yeah. So I stood there and just watching it, and yeah. So I can understand like growing up in my area, man. It was rough. It was rough. You know what I mean? A lot of my friends were in gangs as well. So you know what I mean. So it was like I kind of knew where I was safe and where I wasn't. You know what I'm trying to say? So
I think it's crazy how we have literally the same. What you just said. In my secondary school, one of the schools was called Salesians College. It was in Battersea. Yeah. And there was another school called Battersea Tech. And bro, there was at least three gangs in my year. There
Yeah.
was at least three gangs in my year. In the school, I don't know, but in my year there was at least three gangs, and or four. One of them, I grew up and lived for at least 12 to 13 years in that area, Stockwell, and the other gang was from like you see how you said 2 minutes away. There's another block, yeah, right opposite, literally, yeah, where I'm sitting now. 2 minutes right opposite me. There's another
Yeah.
block, and they were Stockwell as well. But they basically is like Bloods and Crips. They
Crips.
were
Yeah.
blue. They
Yeah.
were literally had blue bags, blue bandanas. The others had red in it. But I knew these man since I was a baby. We were born, we're brothers, we grew up together. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And then these lot are like your second family because you're going from year 7 to year 11. Is that right? That's right, isn't it?
Year
Yeah.
7 to year like year 8, year 9. Yeah. I know what you mean.
Year
I know what
11.
you're
I
saying.
can't
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
remember how it goes anymore. Or year 6. Let's say year 6 because where I went to was close to my secondary school. My
Mm-hmm.
primary school was close to, not close, but I knew people that went from my primary school to my secondary school. And because my secondary school was in Brixton. And if you know about Brixton, then you know, yeah, it's not a joke.
Yeah. Not a nice
And
area.
yeah, that's where I grew up in the 90s. And then so Clapham Junction was the other gang. So that's near Battersea.
Yeah.
And literally like a 10-minute walk from Battersea. And I was friends with every single one of these men. Every single one of these gangs, I was close friends with every single one of them. Grew up with them, went to school with these ones, and lived 2 minutes away from these ones, and then go to school with the Clapham Junction youths and know them
Yeah.
for 4 or 5 years. So when things were going down, bruv, like I would literally be there not knowing what to do
Yeah.
because I know these men. There's no way I'm gonna be in a madness with these men. And then things started to go worse than expected. So people just stopped like fucking with me. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
But they weren't my enemies like that, but they just stopped fucking with me. And then that turned into enemies. And
Yeah.
it happened to be the people that I lived with when I was younger. In my own block. I used to come home and hear that certain men are thinking of trying to chat to me because they heard that I'm going to school and I'm cool and I'm making music with these men,
Mm.
and it was hectic.
This
was
sounds like
hectic.
fucking Step Up One. This
Bro,
is this Step Up One. You
Step
watch Step Up
Up,
the film.
yeah. Step Up is a dream, bruv, compared to
Yeah.
what was going on, bruv. I can tell you that for a fact. These lot come to my house where I live. My mum and dad are inside my yard. My brother had a madness with one of these new youths that come onto the block. I say new at the time because we've been there for years. Everyone knows us.
Yeah.
They know our mum and dad by name. And then some new people are coming in, and but they've got family that lived here from years ago. Do you get what I'm saying? So they felt like they're part of the whole.
Community
I've
thing.
been here. I live here. Do you get me? I'm
Yeah.
part of the community. So he had a madness with my brother, and the whole block, people that we knew, people that we grew with, came outside my house on some intimidation shit.
Mm.
And that's when I knew it was time to go. Because people that I could say are my brothers without being blood thought it was a good idea to come outside my house when to check my brother when my mum and dad are there, and you know it.
Yeah.
There's, you know how like it's like going to your auntie's house, go and check your cousin. You can't do that. You can't ever try to move to your own family in front of someone's mum and dad.
Mom and dad, yeah. There was
You've
there was
lost
like a little
respect.
code that
There's a
unwritten
code.
code.
You
Yeah.
get me? And yeah, when that happened, that's when I knew it was time to bounce, and then ended up going to Croydon, but still going around Clapham Junction and the other Stockwell sides to chill, because I thought these men ain't my brethren. If they're gonna do that, they're not my brethren. So I'll go to where I'm appreciated. So I just started chilling more with these people, Clapham Junction, the other Stockwell, Brixton, and then that's when people started not fucking with me even more. And then I started having enemies. Do you know what I mean? Because people are like, yeah, this guy's a snake. But for me, it wasn't even that, because I'm not I don't make people's life hell. Do you know what I mean? I'm not someone that you can see as an op that you want to try and do something to me and stuff like that. I wasn't involved in stuff like that. But it became that. And yeah, but that's for another day. That made my life, let's just say it was a time when I had to make some choices, whether I wanted to go down that road
Or not. Yeah. Like Damon, obviously, me and Derek, obviously, we grew up in a whole different background than you did, because in a whole different area. Like I said, we were literally surrounded by gangs. We couldn't get on the bus 5 minutes without going past another area like that. The problem with, you know what I mean? So obviously, how was like was it like that for you, or was it a bit different in terms of like how you grew up?
I had enemies. I had the cricket groundsman. He was an enemy of mine. I used to go play football on cricket field because we didn't have a football pitch around me, so I used to play football on cricket field. Yeah, fast made an enemy there because we were not allowed on the square with ball, and yeah, I ruined the square a couple of times. But I just went out, played football every single night. Yeah, me and my mate would set up some golf posts with like us jumpers and stuff, and have some rocks or something.
Yeah,
play football literally every night. But like I said, I didn't grow up in York, York culture where the gangs around and stuff like that. Also, when you get into like teenage years and then gangs start forming, but as like a junior school age, there are no gangs or like that. I had like close mates, but I didn't grow up on like a nice posh estate. Or I grew up on like a terrace house on like a main road up. But it was I grew up in a nice village. If I'm honest, nice village. That's where my mum and dad still live. The school I went to, the only proper like most violent thing we did at school was probably have a protest because a dog got into school and we all wanted to keep it. I mean that was the only thing. We literally a dog got into school. I don't know how it got into school. It got into school grounds dinner time, right? And the whole of my I didn't actually involved in this. I thought even then I was quite wise for my age, and I said, and literally all my class were literally protesting saying keep the dog. Like it was a big thing. That was the biggest thing to happen in our school. Wow. Protesting to keep a fucking dog. To the point where we had a fucking emergency assembly afterwards, and they had to stand people out in the front of the assembly, asking who was protesting to keep the dog. Yeah, my background. I grew up in a little village, which is part of like Huddersfield area, but it's like a village that everyone knows everyone. I think.
Okay.
But I'm different to the people that are from that village. It's quite a posh village. If I go back now, it's quite posh.
What's the name of it?
I'm revealing where my parents live there, lad. I'll show you it. I'll show you one day. And I'll show the junior school I work and how the dog got in somehow. At the junior school. My mum still works at that junior school, so I could still get into the junior school and see it. But yeah, as you get older though, like teenagers, that's when you start forming like going to the streets and stuff for like not gangs, but it's like wannabe gangs. I never really. Again, I wasn't part of a gang, but I had mates around that sort of area. But I've never ever said like I'm part of this gang or like that. That's not me. Like, I don't want to. I don't know. I'd rather just things like like PlayStation came out and stuff. I was too busy playing on PlayStation at home sometimes. So when that sort of stuff come out, you had other things. My dad was quite strict. What's that?
said life is best that way, mate. Trust me.
It is because, like, I didn't ever get in real trouble. I didn't even get in trouble at school. Not really. Junior school was like, I was the guy that always made jokes. I was always the guy that doing, I won't say I was popular, but I was like the guy that did the captain of the football team and so on. But when it got to high school, like, I had Deirdre Barlow glasses. Like, I was like 5 foot fucking nothing. But I don't know if you know Deirdre Barlow glasses out like that massive on my face, like that massive jam jar glasses, like lenses that thick.
I swear you're still 5 foot nothing though, isn't it?
The knotting's gone. I ain't gone too much, but yeah. I ain't gone too much. Yeah. I ain't gone too much, but yeah. I always remember like the second day at high school, right? And my mate always brings it up. My best mate always brings it up. Like, there was a counter, like a tuck shop. There was a counter, like you had to go up to the counter and ask for like a Mars bar or something. And I had a squeaky voice back then. I was like this little miniature guy, and the counter must have been up to there. So imagine like me going up to the counter and my eyes poking up. Can I have a Mars bar? Right. The person behind the counter like looking at who the fuck's taking this. Like, that was me. So that pretty much sums up my high school. Like that, I was like sort of dweeb. But I think throughout high school, because I was good at sports, I sort of got like respected by certain people. Like, I was never like a popular kid. I was never like an absolute nerd. Like, I wanted to get on with work and stuff like that. I always put my hand up and stuff. But I was probably like the popular the nerds, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's funny how sports can like keep you safe in certain areas. So like if you're good at sports,
I like
no one will be like, oh yeah, no, he's good. Yeah. They won't touch you because you're good at football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you won't get in trouble. It's kind of funny that way.
Yeah.
I mean, it saves us, doesn't it? It saves us. I mean, to me, but I knew like I was this like guy that could talk to anyone and things like that. But I like going on to like girls and stuff. I'd never talked to a girl in high school. My girl, I was pretty confident in junior school days. High school days, not a chance. Like, I remember fucking year 2, me and my mate fucking sung to a girl in year 2. That's mad. I know that's mad, but that all me. That all me. Year 2, all right. I was 18 when I was year 2. But then when I got to like high school days, like I wasn't on that. Like I wasn't that guy. I just wasn't confident enough to be that guy. So
I don't even remember what year 2 was like, to be honest. Yeah, I don't recall it at all. My memory's not that great anymore.
Do you still have like your school photos and stuff?
I have one of them.
I have one. Yeah, I have that one. Yeah. I don't know how old I was then, but I was very small. I do remember though that my track history with girls back in the day was 0 to none existent.
Hey, trust me, bro. Don't worry, bro. What they say about him? No, I got you.
Trust me. It was mad for me, bro. I used to cry. Yeah? I used to cry when girls used to... Well, it weren't really girls. It was my brother, my older brother. He was kind of encouraging it. He would tell girls, to call me Squarehead. Because I used to have this little box head when I was small, innit? And the girls used to call me Squarehead.
Oh my God.
Looking like Mr. Happy from Mr. Men. Looking coming in with the square head.
Oh my days. Bro. His head was probably better than mine, to be fair. Pause. But my they used to call me Squarehead and that, and I just think, this is just long, man. I don't really want to be around girls at this minute, bruv, because all that's happening is I'm just feeling insecure. So I'm just like, nah, let me just stick to playing football and go about my business. And I never really went to like move to girls or chat to girls or flirt with girls because I was confident, and I went to do it myself because I knew I was the shit. or anything like that. Nah, never the case. If anything, I was scared to talk to a girl in case she calls me a squarehead. So I was just like,
He's SpongeBob SquarePants.
yeah,
Was that even
all
out?
of that,
Was
bro.
that out though?
Hey Arnold,
Hey,
bro.
come on, yeah,
My
yeah,
head was,
yeah.
bro. My head was getting ruined, bro.
Oh my days.
And
Boy.
yeah, and I had these two. You see these two teeth at the front, yeah.
Mm.
I had these when I was like 7 years old, bro.
He got
Yeah.
big teeth. He got two big teeth at the front. I haven't know.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
mine knocked out with a cricket bat, and I swallowed one. One
Ooh.
went.
Ooh.
You
Yeah.
got
It wasn't
your
anything
teeth.
violent. Like I said, I didn't go for violent school. I was wicket keeping. You know,
And you got hit with a cricket bat.
cricket bat. Yeah, not the two front teeth out. One I swallowed. One went into grass. We couldn't find
Bruv,
it.
what was it? A real cricket bat or something?
Yeah,
It
real
must have
cricket
been.
bat. Yeah.
It
Because
must have been.
I was wicket
we
keeper. I was
didn't
behind
play.
the
We
stumps.
didn't play with real ones. Because when we play rounders, we'd play with the plastic blue ones. You remember them?
Yeah.
We'll play with those. We'll play cricket with those.
No, the real one. Yeah.
But, oh wow.
Yeah, but that was like 90s, wasn't it? So like, I don't think like junior schools will have them no longer like
Nah,
3 years.
we played cricket with a tennis ball, bro. My
Yeah,
school. We
mine
had all
wasn't
the
even
equipment apart
a
from the ball,
tennis
but we
ball.
used the tennis ball to play
Mine
cricket.
wasn't even a tennis ball, fam. It was a some plastic ball, like
Well, the orange one, like a
no,
Yeah,
it
it
rubber
was
was
one.
like, oh,
blue.
it's come many different colors: red, orange,
Yeah,
yellow.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
blue. Mine was blue,
yeah.
and
Okay.
yeah, bruv. No, that's mad.
Yeah, that's why I got
Yeah.
That
two
is
big
mad.
teeth there. But
Yeah,
Wow.
like
that's
until I got my teeth straightened, like orthodontics, I did like orthodontics, so like I was fucking goofy.
yeah,
I
bro.
was
Same.
walking around like Bugs Bunny.
I
I had
just
Bugs Bunny teeth, jam jar
yeah, that's
glasses.
what they used to call me, Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Square head Bugs Bunny. Fam. I didn't
You
even have
must
my
look
teeth.
mad. You must look
Yeah,
mad.
bro. It was crazy, and I had
Listen.
big eyes as well. It was crazy. Everything just
Yeah.
kind of
That's
just.
why you like going pixelated, isn't it? Because you were a cartoon character back then. You look like a cartoon character now. You're going back to
Yeah,
cartoon.
you need to go to sleep. Man.
Alright. It
Apart
just
from
sounds
like
like
teeth and stuff, I'd be like what's your eyesight been like? Do you have glasses? I wear glasses. I wear contacts now, but I wear glasses at night.
yeah.
Stuff, but glasses were.
Yeah,
Anyone that wears glasses, anyone that's worn glasses since we're like out again to year 2. Honestly, you've been through it. If you've worn glasses since
Thankfully, I
year
never
2,
had to
you've
wear
been through it.
glasses,
I
man.
swear to God. I swear.
yeah, bro. I've been in and out with the glasses thing. I was wearing it since I was 13. I should be wearing it now, but I lost it in Dubai when I came back,
It's
and
long wearing glasses. It's long.
Oh, bro, I've lost it so many times, and but yeah, I mean, I'd prefer to wear glasses than contact lenses because those are
I
a
don't, you
headache.
know, I'm very skittish when it comes to like when people are doing the whole contact lenses thing, like, and they're putting their fingers in their eye and all that shit. I'm just very skittish.
It don't bother me anymore, you know. It don't bother me anymore. I went to Specsavers when I was 16 to try contacts out with mum, and we were there for 3 hours trying to put them in. 3 hours.
Yeah.
3 hours. I spent 3 hours of my Saturday trying to put fucking contact lenses in. Didn't do it. And I didn't go back then until like 24. And then since then it's like I've been wearing contact lenses since I was 24. So, but glasses.
Yeah.
It got to the point where glasses started cutting my skin.
Oh really?
It's leaving lines on my nose, lines on my. Because I've got like proper sensitive skin. It used to leave lines on my nose, lines on my ears. It used to cut deep.
Mad.
And like,
Yeah.
Like I feel sorry for those that wear glasses these days, but it's like a fashion now. These like jam jar glasses are like a fashion now. I think I was setting fashion trends before it even became a trend. Like,
definitely.
You want to see my year 7 high school picture? You want to see it? I will show you guys one day my high school picture, year 7. Proper nerdy white guy with fringe down to there, jam jar glasses. I swear, with this smirk on.
Oh
Bro,
my days.
I did the same smirk. You want to see it?
If you see,
Absolute joke.
if you see my my primary school picture. You wouldn't even believe that it's me, bro. I had top of the square head, yeah. The thing that made it even worse is I had the Will Smith trim.
Oh, is it?
That's probably the worst.
You had trims. I had K-rolls back then. I used to do that. I used to do dreadlocks and all that. I used to have, yeah, bro. I used to have K-rolls, bro. I used to have like proper like. I used to twist my hair. You know how they do it nowadays, like how everyone's doing it now. I used to do that when I was younger. But my hairstyle when I was younger was mad, bro. I used to have afros. I used to have everything, bro. It got to the point, yeah. There was one day I remember when I first got my K-rolls done, yeah. I was so scared to go into my classroom. This was primary school. So scared to go into my classroom, yeah. My teacher literally had to go to the whole class and be like, when Harmony comes in, everybody just clap. That's the only way I wanted to. Hey, bro, I was not going into that class, bro. I was like, nah,
that is gaslighting.
No, I'm not doing it.
Gaslighting.
Yeah, everyone clapped when he walks in. As soon as I walked in, everyone was just like, clapping their hands. I was like, yeah.
Bro. But Kane Rose was the lick back in the day, bro.
Yeah. Now, but obviously, when you're younger, you don't care about your hairstyle. You're just thinking, I don't want to get cussed in it. So, yeah, back then it was mad.
I remember anytime I saw anyone with Kane Rose, yeah, I just used to think that they have PlayStation at their house. Nintendo.
Swear.
Yeah, I used to think, because I didn't have that, bro. When I was a kid, I didn't have the newest I had a Nintendo 64. But my dad would take it from man every day. Like we would have it like once a month or some shit.
Yeah.
And I remember when we used to go to my cousin's house. He's Jamaican. I call him my cousin because we like pretty much grown up together since we were born. And we used to go to his house. And this guy would have Sega, PlayStation, the first PlayStation, Nintendo 64, and there was another
Cube. Was it
there
Cube?
Was another
Cube, wasn't there? Remember Cube?
Cube. Oh yeah, GameCube. I had that.
GameCube, yeah, GameCube, yeah, GameCube was
nice. He had this console. I can't remember what it was yet, but it had WCW. On the console. Do you remember WCW?
Oh. What is that a wrestling game?
Yeah.
Wrestling, yeah.
It was a wrestling game. Yeah, it was a wrestling. Yeah.
I can't remember what console it was, but it had that game. And I remember every single week, bruv, me and my brother, used to say to each other, who's gonna ask dad to ask if we can go to our cousin's house?
Yeah.
Because that's when we were free, like we could play all the games. We were introduced to so many different things that we didn't have in our yard. Going to that house, innit?
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking, raw, like we ain't got none of these consoles, and everyone else has got it. Why is that the case? That's how strict my mum and dad were, or mostly my dad. And that's why I said it was better that way, that you stayed in playing PlayStation. Because then you ain't got no reason to go outside, bro.
Go outside, yeah, trust me.
Even in the cold, me and my brother, we will be out, ready. We don't care what type of weather it was. If we don't have that PlayStation or Nintendo, we're out.
We're outside, yeah, trust me. Yeah, outside.
Bruv, my dad used to come outside and lick us in front of everyone. He will whoop us in front of everyone. Because we snuck outside. When he was like, we're like, what, Neil? It's your turn. You gotta ask dad if we can go out.
Yeah.
And then he'll be looking at me thinking, bruv, do you want me to get licked, fam?
Licked. That's a proper English term, licked, getting licked.
Bro, yeah, licked. Bro, we used to get it, bruv. And he would just say,
for those that are listening, if you do are listening international, lick don't mean lick with a tongue. Lick means
you
are getting whipped.
No, trust me, that's old school slang there, man. That's old school slang. They wouldn't know about that.
Man. Yeah. Old school lick means
right
you're getting your whooped.
Ass whooped.
Yeah, bro. And so we went out a lot. Don't get twisted. We went out a lot. But then there was a time when my dad finally got the Nintendo not Nintendo 64. Nintendo 64 was the console that had WCW. We had Nintendo, the first one, but we got it late in it when my dad realized that these guys are just trying to run out. So let's get them a console.
You got it last year, didn't you? When PS5 came out,
bro. Don't try it, bro. Yeah. He's trying to get onto me. I wasn't even late to this whole podcast, bro. You should be getting onto Harmony.
Right? Games that what are your favorite games then? Back like obviously like Nintendo, you got Sega Master System, Sega Mega Drive.
Yeah.
Sega Mega Drive like the main one. I got Sega Master System. I think I'm slightly bit older than. I don't know if I'm older than you, Derry, but I definitely know I'm older than Harmony. But Sega Master System, then it was Sega Mega Drive, wasn't it? After that, what are your games? Yeah. What games do you have?
Well,
Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage was my
Streets of Rage was my first game. That was my first game that I finished.
Sega Mega Drive, yeah.
But Nintendo, not Nintendo. Yeah, Nintendo was the first one. So Super Mario was the game. Like you put it was the I think it was the car racing one. I can't remember, but it was one of the Super Marios that was one of my first games. But Streets of Rage was the one that I fell in love with the first.
Streets of Rage was fucking frustrating.
Nah, the first game I ever played.
It's like 9 levels or something, 9 or 10 levels. But once people are not going to know this these days. Like kids aren't going to know this these days. But once you died, you died. You got to go all the way back to the beginning. Like, there were no saving games.
No checkpoints or anything like that.
On the Mega Drive, there were no saving games. Not until PlayStation came out with memory cards and stuff. But there were no saving games. You had literally like fucking 3 lives. You're dead. You're dead. You're going all the way back to the beginning. So you had to be on it. I think that's why we're so good. That's why we're so good at our generation. So good at doing things because we had a certain amount of lives to fucking work it in. You know, but you could do that suplex thing, couldn't you? Where you lift them over top of you. Yeah. If you did it with the 2 fat guys, they landed on you, so you hurt yourself doing it.
Yeah. You know what I remember those.
I don't think I played that game still.
You know, we need to play this game. We need to play this game. We need to get a Mega Drive and play this game.
That was the game.
Nah, back my days, I was on the Nintendo DS. You know when you had the hand one, Nintendo DS, and you get like you have like a game chip that was that big, and you have to slot it from the back. Yeah. So that's what I had. That's what I never had. You know, I never had games until I was like 9, 10 when I actually owned my own one. So I was like you, my actual cousin, he owned. They had everything: Nintendo DS, PS2, bloody what do you call it? PSPs, bro. They had everything. So for me, it was like me going to their house was the best time ever. I used to play every single game. Yeah. So I remember one time they came to my house. I had a Nintendo DS. I had like the see-through one, the blue one. Yeah, that was see-through.
Yeah.
And the first game I played was Pokemon. But I didn't know what I was doing. But I was just enjoying myself, just playing the game, bro. Because I never had nothing, bro. Literally, all I had was my TV. And that's it, bro. Nothing else. If I want to play, I'm not fun. I gotta go to the back garden and just kick the ball against the wall, like you know.
I bet they even took teletext off you, didn't you?
Yeah, bro.
Games on teletext, didn't it? Games on teletext. You could do games on teletext.
Teletext.
3 or 2 football teletext. 3 or 2.
Days.
Man, listen.
3 or 6 on teletext for football scores.
Bro, it was bad for me still. I can't lie. It was bad for me. So. For me, that's the first time I ever played. And I remember when I was younger, me and my cousins, we used to go, you know, remember HMV?
Yeah.
You remember everywhere? Yeah. Obviously, the younger generation won't know about this. Like, this is old school days. You know what I mean? HMV, yeah. I remember back in the days when they used to have the disc in the CD. Like, the disc used to be inside, didn't it? And they used to have, like, that little, it was like a plastic thing with a barcode on it. Yeah. So what we were cousins used to do, it got to the point where we were like, we're sick and tired of this game. We're like, you know what? Because my cousin lived in Holborn, innit? That's in central London. We're like, you know what? Let's go HMV. So we used to go HMV, steal a game and leave the store and come back and play a new game. Like that's how we used to get our games. We used to steal the games Because all you used to do is just rip off the packet,
Oh
take out the
my
disc,
God.
put it in a pocket, and walk out. No one clocked us.
Bruv.
We got, bro.
Did you ever get
HM
pirate
video.
games? Did you ever get pirate games?
Nah,
Bro, I
like,
used
I used to
to
get
have
games
them.
for free.
My
That's what I'm
I
saying.
used to have
HM used to be my
I
store,
used to
bro.
get them ones, you know, like it's got a see-through kit and it has a white piece of paper on it, just has it written on it.
Yeah.
And then you open the
Yeah.
CD, it's just a random like CD with like a game
Like-
written on it in Biro
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, I used to have those games. I used to have a weird Tekken where it had different like it had like I wouldn't say Spider-Man, but you know, like a different character from another game on that
Yeah,
game of Tekken. I used to have something like that. It was mad. I didn't know how they did it, but the pirate games used to have some crazy things on there.
Carmageddon was my favorite pirate game I had. I don't know if you ever played Carmageddon.
Armageddon.
Carmageddon.
No.
Carmageddon.
Yeah, I don't think I remember playing that game still.
Then like GTA came out. When the first GTA came out, do you remember like
Oh.
aerial view GTA?
Yeah.
He's driven all those Elvises over. They're like a line of Elvises, weren't they? You could run them over.
Oh
And
yeah.
And they'd all run them all over, and they'd all do it at the same time.
I remember.
Nah, the game that I used to enjoy is Simpson Hit and Run. I don't know if you don't play Simpson Hit and Run.
Simpsons Hit and Run. No.
Yeah. You never played it? Oh, bro.
Never.
You're missing out on life, bro. Simpson Hit and Run was what it was like GTA, but like for children. For children. Yeah, it was literally like GTA, but for kids. It was mad.
Crazy.
It was actually bad. It was so bad. I'm
not gonna lie to you. There was only a small amount of games that I played that wasn't like sports games.
Okay.
I played GoldenEye.
Yeah.
That wasn't a sports game. And
what football games did you play then? Because I was like FIFA and Pro, the main ones. Did you play any
FIFA.
more? Do you remember one called Sensible Soccer?
No.
Sensible Soccer, right? There used to be a game on Sensible Soccer called on PlayStation. I think it was on PlayStation. You used to just literally go around fouling anyone you wanted. You won't get, and the referee would chase you around the pitch to card you, right? You'd run away from him. You'd run away from the referee to get carded.
I've never heard of that.
I swear,
Yeah,
you'd crop someone, right? You'd just play it just to crop people on Sensible Soccer. And right, for him to card you, they've got to be in front of your face. It's like it must be like digitally done. And you're literally running around the pitch, running away from the referee to give you just a yellow card that you're going to get anyway.
Oh shit, that's funny.
We need to play this game. We need to play this game.
Have you played Trudeau? Have you played this was actually my first football game, and it was so sick. This is football.
I've not heard of that.
Oh, I've heard of it, but I've never played it. I've never played it. Nah, I've never played This Is Football. I was more into like FIFA Street, the very first FIFA Street.
No, then that means how old are you? 26.
You're missing a lot of them.
I missed quite a lot of your games.
Have you ever played a football game? You had to go up and down instead of side to side.
Nah, I don't think
that
I
was
have.
the football games I used to play. Up and down. Used to be up and down.
What?
Used to be bird's eye view, up and down.
Oh my God.
I don't even know how I was playing them football games, bro.
You couldn't even aim to get it in the goal. You just got to kick it.
You see in this football game, yeah? You see in this football game, there was only white and black people. So, for example,
oh shit.
Let me see. Trent Alexander-Arnold, yeah, would look like.
It looked like Kanu, wouldn't it?
He would look like Kanu, fam.
Yeah.
It's not even an exaggeration. Every single black person, had the same trim. You know the Will Smith trim?
Oh yeah, I know.
They all had the same trim. Every white guy had the same trim. I think they were all blonde and this short Alan Shearer type of haircut. Had the same trim like that. And then so there was no Chinese people, there was no Indian, no other race. It was just black and white. Wherever you came from doesn't matter. You're either white or black, bro.
Or black.
It was funny.
It'd come up with a Japanese flag, but then it'd be a black guy.
Bro, yeah.
Yeah.
It would be black or white, no matter where you're from, bro. This is football was
Oh
so
my
funny.
days.
It was sick though. And then after that, international superstar soccer.
International soccer, I remember that one.
Yeah, international superstar soccer. That was the next one. I think that was on Nintendo 64, I think.
Yeah.
Then like the manager games came out, didn't they? Like Championship Manager and Football Manager, they came out as well. No, they were good. Championship Manager, I can't remember the year it came out. Championship Manager, but that was the game that changed the landscape.
Yeah, Championship Manager was if you didn't have PlayStation, that's it. That's the one to play.
Yeah.
If you didn't have any sort of console, Championship Manager would do. You would just sit on your laptop and then play that game, bruv. It was all on
I had a
PC.
fucking box PC. I had a PC built like your head. They're like that. It's like a cube. The screen was like
I
that
remember those
thick,
big
right?
old PC.
They're like that thick, right?
Hey, nah.
And you have to put dial-up on to get internet.
Oh my days.
Listen, these generations, they don't know the struggle that we had to go through just to play a game, bro.
Bruv.
Just to play a game, the struggle that we have to go through.
See when the cassette holds one little piece of dust, fam.
Dust, yeah.
And you have to take it out. Click.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
Oh my days,
Bro.
I'm telling you, bro. Like, nah.
The blowing
Nah, but you know what?
The blowing thing like that is.
Yeah, I remember that. You used to hold it like this, like this. Like it's a flute. Like it's a flute.
Harmonica, like it's an harmonica.
Harmonica, that's it.
Hey,
nah, we had it bad. Nah, we actually.
Man said a flute. Don't fucking kill me. Don't kill me.
Oh my God.
Nah, bro. That harmonica cassette game, bro. Nintendo 64, the Nintendo, the Sega.
Bro. Yeah, that's it.
Oh my days.
The DS.
The blowing,
bro.
That's
Game Boy.
Game Boy, that's it. Game Boy, I forgot about Game Boy. How can I forget about Game Boy?
Bro, Game Boy was the first. Game Boy.
I think that's that sound and that when it hits it, that sound is the only sound that our generation know.
You know, it has the sound.
No generation know that sound.
It just clears right at the end.
Yeah.
Right at the end. And then you say, all right, put that back in.
Boy.
And it's working. Bro.
And then when you get older, it was the Xbox, wasn't it? The Xbox, the Ring of Death. Do you remember when the Xbox used to go red? It used to be called the Ring of Death, the Xbox.
Yeah. When it goes
red, you're knackered.
Game over, yeah. Remember those ones where the PS2 when it used to go dun, and it drops in, and you just wait for the image, but nothing happens. And
nothing happens. Yeah, bro. And you can hear the CD going.
Yeah. And then you get it out. You go.
Yeah. It's gonna wipe it.
Looking at the scratches in the light. Getting your jumper on it.
The scratches in the light, bro. Oh my days. Then times
we had
bro.
It, man. We had it when we were younger.
The same with the controller, bro. The plug-in. When you have to take it out.
Nah, you know
the plug-in controller. Yeah.
Bro.
I remember brute force used to be the way to fix my controller. You used to grab it like this and go on the side of your hand, you literally smack it trying to fix it. That was it. That's all you could fix it.
Oh my days, bro.
Oh man.
Man.
We had a mad childhood, Bob. Our childhood was so crazy, man.
Bro.
Hey, I won't change it, though. I won't change it. I would not.
No way, bro.
Yeah.
No way.
Because that experience was.
It was actually exciting, bro.
Exciting. Games. Trust me.
It's giving us
all your friends around as well,
bro. No online, none of that online.
Trust me.
And from that to that, then to having to wait for dial-up to go beep, 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 when that is connected to the internet. You know how much PTSD I get from that? I can't hear that sound anymore. That gives me PTSD. That sound to get onto the internet.
Bro, that sound.
And when your mum makes a phone call and it fucking cuts you off, you're playing a game online, right? I'm on the best score ever. Like even like Call of Duty. This isn't that long ago. And she used to call someone up. It used to be the most pointless phone call in the world. Or she called someone up. The amount of times I screamed, like, "What are you calling someone for?" It just cut me off.
Oh my days,
man!
Because you couldn't separate the phone line from the internet line. So if someone brings you up like a fake phone call or something, you're off. You're coming off.
Oh my days! I said you're off, bro.
That's it. It don't matter. You one kill off a Moab. It don't. One kill off a Moab, and that's it. It don't matter. Someone's called up to sell you PPI or something.
Damn days, bro.
And that Moab's off.
Alright. Nah, but you know what I'm gonna say is, we had the best console that's ever came out, man, as a childhood. The PS2 was the best because it had everything. Every game that you can imagine. Every movie that came out, a game of it came out on PS2. And you can play it, you know what I mean? It was just but we had a good childhood though.
You guys ever have Tomb Raider? Did you ever have Tomb Raider?
Tomb Raider, yeah. Tomb Raider.
Do you remember that one where you can lock that waiter in fridge? Do you remember that? It was at Lara Croft's house, right? On the Tomb Raider, right? This waiter would follow you around. In all the trailer like this waiter just follow you around for ages, right? It just follow you. I don't know why he's following you. It was proper creepy as fuck. It'd follow you into this like walking fridge, right? And if you did it quick enough, you could lock him in the fridge. And you'd see his tray coming out of the fridge because like a malfunction with the technical side of it. You'd see his tray coming out of the fridge and going, right? You gotta get. I think it was Tomb Raider 1. I swear, Tomb Raider 1. You'd be able to do that. And
I never really. I played Tomb Raider now and again, but I never really got into it. Yeah, I think. Tomb Raider 1 was too early. I don't even think I was playing that much, apart from football games. But then, as I got older, then I got into Splinter Cell, bro.
Yeah, Splinter Cell was
Splinter Cell changed everything, bro.
Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid always no go on.
Metal Gear Solid as well. Do you know what's funny? Metal Gear Solid was before Splinter Cell, and I didn't even know how sick that game was until like 4 years ago. I played the first one. The graphics is crazy. Graphics is crazy, and what you could do on the game was crazy. Like it was very advanced for its time that it was out at the time anyway. But Metal Gear Solid and Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell for me changed the game. The way you can just you can hang on the wall and climb. Old school games when you try to jump on the wall, you can't even jump on the wall.
You can't grab it,
you can't do none of that. You just just press the X button and it jumps very high onto the wall. You can't on that Splinter Cell was the first time I realized you can jump towards the wall and then hang and then climb up. Like that looked crazy at that time.
Now you remember GTA San Andreas when you can make CJ skinny, fat, like that was like that was the first time you felt like you were actually playing a real life game because you can literally transition his whole body.
No words, like 3D shit. That was when I think that was when 3D was even getting introduced. Yeah, in terms of how you see shit, or HD or whatever you want to call it. No pun intended. And I think at the time, what's it called? Fight Night was coming through as well.
Fight Night,
You played Fight Night.
Yeah.
Fight Night when the sweat used to come off the face, and you used to be like you get gassed, don't you? Just watch sweat coming off the face. That's how mad people are. That
even the head moving when the punch hits you. Yeah. That it was just like raw. Like that looks real. And when you compare the things, then the graphics to now. Like we take
Yeah.
graphics for granted now.
Yeah.
Do you get what I
we
mean?
do.
Because back in the day, when you see some little detail
You
that
don't
looks
get
like
excited
it's real,
anymore, do you? You don't get excited about the graphics
nah,
anymore. It's just
you don't
Yeah.
get,
normal thing.
no one gets excited. In general, no one gets excited about
Yeah.
how crazy graphics are. You get excited in a way like, oh, it's better than last year. But
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
do you know what I
The
mean?
graphics used to be like a talking point, didn't it? And like when games used to come out, like you want to see the graphics, you want to see the graphics.
Yep.
Like it used to be a talking point, but now it's just like it's just a new game.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, well,
PES,
I feel like even in this generation, yeah, they don't know the feeling of not just playing consoles, but playing card games. Remember, you do remember like
Blackjack.
Yu-Gi-Ohs, everyone used to play Yu-Gi-Oh, the Yu-Gi-Oh
Oh
card game.
yeah.
When everyone used to
Okay.
play bloody,
He
used to
said,
have those.
"Blackjack, you're going to see Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, they're completely different."
Yeah, like bro, Yu-Gi-Oh used to be the thing, bro.
No,
We
he's right
all used to
still.
sit down and play Yu-Gi-Oh, bro. Like we never used to play console at the time. Or we used to have like the
Pokemon.
Blades. You only had the little arena for the
Beyblades.
Blade and that.
Oh my days. Let it rip.
Aye.
Yeah.
Man used
Nah,
to
we
shout
had
that, let it rip.
Let it
Remember
rip,
that?
yeah.
Remember the advert? Oh my god.
Nah, Blade Blades was lit, man. I can't lie.
Beyblades.
I miss Blade Blades, man.
They
That
were
shit was
hard.
lit still. Or the yo-yos, when you used to get
Yo,
yo-yos,
I
they
was
used to
about to
learn
say
like the tricks
yo-yos.
and all that
The
shit.
ones that used to stay.
Yo-yos.
Yeah, the ones that used to spin and stay used to do tricks.
Remember,
Yeah, say that, yeah.
could you do any tricks?
Probably like
Yeah.
3,
Could you
4
do it? I used to do the
krill.
the
Thinking
cradle.
The
Krill.
cradle, yeah. Or the walking dog. What? I
Oh
never
yeah, the
even had to do
walking
that shit.
dog. That was
People,
crazy.
it used to piss me off how people used to do that.
That
How
was
do
the
you
most
do that? I
complicated
can't do
one.
it.
You know what's so
Nah.
funny?
and then it's like swinging. You
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
that
yeah.
one?
You used to think like you're the most talented person in the world.
bro,
100%.
when you could do a skill on yo-yo, you were a different dude, fam.
You're a different guy. Yeah, trust me. You're a
Different
different
dude.
guy.
There
Different
was
guy, bro.
one where the thing would just be moving like that. The yo-yo would just be moving in between. I don't know what it was called.
That's the cradle. Yeah, that's the cradle.
That's the cradle.
You make a triangle, don't you?
Yeah.
You make a triangle and it's cradling.
Yeah.
The triangle. Yeah. That was the easiest one. That was the
What
easiest
else
one.
was there?
I'm going to buy a yo-yo. I want to show my daughter. She'll probably get gassed by it.
Yeah, trust me.
Because she probably
And they get the light. They get
obviously
the light up
never-
ones as well. The light up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the light ones, yeah. Remember
There was
Rubik's
bare
Cubes?
sick,
Remember those Rubik's Cubes where you have to try and find out? I swear I never got that shit.
I've never got that
watch
to this
TikTok
day,
and you see
bro.
people solving it with like 7 moves and I'm thinking, raw, like where was this instruction when I was
day,
needing
bro.
it? Yeah.
I'm not in it. I'm not in it still. That thing just confuses me, bro.
Now, you know, you can watch it, bro. There's literally videos that show you how to do it in 14 moves, bro. They literally
That's
doing the
mad.
exact same moves 14 times and they come back all together like that.
Swear down.
Yeah, there's
The way
mad.
doing
Did you
it,
go on
like, I
TikTok?
think you got to go like left once, then up twice, and then right once. There's a
Yeah,
way.
right once. Yeah.
There's a
And
way
you just
doing it.
repeat it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, it's mad.
These kids these days don't know the half of how to have fun and like also they like playing on the PlayStation and stuff. But like we used to have to make up games out of nothing. Like we would play like Whip Tig in the dark. Would play. You know what I'm saying? We'd play these games.
Knockdown Ginger.
Have you lot played? Yeah, Knockdown Ginger was cold. But this game here, yeah. I don't know. I used to always think that it was just a South London thing or just in my area, bro. But this game is called Runouts.
Oh yeah, I remember Runouts.
And you played Runouts?
I played
Bro,
Runouts.
this game is so sick. Yeah, but I remember it how sick it was, but I can't remember the rules of it. But I remember this game was the making of my ends, bro. Because we knew who was the fastest in the ends. We knew who was the smartest in the ends. We knew so many things, bro, from just that game. And so Runouts was definitely one of them. And there was this football game where you play in the we had a pen, like a football pitch thing.
Yeah.
And you make 2 squares, you stand between 2 bricks, right? And they're your little goals. And everyone has one each. And you snake each other a bit. You snake each other basically. You get 1 touch to kick the ball at whoever's goal you want. And
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I know what game you're talking about. Yeah.
I can't remember, but somehow the goal becomes free, and then you can
Yeah.
shoot at someone else's goal, and then they're
That's
out.
good, yeah. They're out. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no, I know what it is. The referee kicks the ball into the middle. Everyone has to get the ball,
Yeah.
and defend their goal, innit? But you can't go and like run at your goal and then just block it.
Block it. Yeah,
Do you
you
get
have
what
to
I
stand
mean?
in your
Yeah,
goal.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's only the
Yeah,
person that has the ball that can come out their square and try to score. Yeah. I remember that game. I
exactly.
remember that still. Yeah, no, we had good
That was
times, man. Flipping off.
Thank you everyone for joining. I hope you enjoyed that episode. This has been the first episode of the HD podcast, brand new podcast brought to you myself, Damon, Derry, and Harmony. This is going to be a part one of two. There's so much to talk about with families. We've worked out how much we've talked about with games and consoles and things like that. In part two, we're gonna talk about a little bit more about the families, and we're going to introduce little sections as well, news section, sports section, and things like that. Please share with your friends. Give us a 5-star on whatever audio app you've got. Make sure you watch, subscribe to the channel, and tell everyone about it, please. We're going to be here as much as we can, maybe every week if we can. This has been the HD podcast. Peace out, guys. Thank you.
Peace out.
Yeah.